Good Thursday afternoon, everyone. Weather for Weather Geeks on this fifth day of February, 2015. It's National Weather Person's Day. Thank you for everyone who said something nice to me on social media today. Same goes for those of you who touched base with Jess and/or Andrew this morning. We appreciate your kind words on our special day today. One thing for sure, it is very wintry looking out, but at least the sun is shining. Most of us picked up somewhere between 2 and 4 inches worth of snow last evening, making the roads a mess. Here's a look at the current snow depth estimated across the region. Now, this may be a little hard to kind of see, but in general, we're up pretty close to 9, 10, 11 inches on the ground, and most of the Mahoning and Shenango valleys, even getting close to 20 inches on the ground in far northwestern Pennsylvania into southwest New York. I've got about 10 and a half inches in my backyard in Boardman as a result of the recent snows. And boy, sun glare city out there today with the sun shining on this snow and ice pack. It's a little hard to see sometimes out there this afternoon. But again, we're looking pretty good in terms of the way it looks anyway. The temperature, of course, is a different story. The gray colors here on the satellite, this is mostly snow cover, and on the lakes, some ice cover, particularly on Lake Erie. Nothing going on in the radar locally. We're going to stay dry for the rest of the day. These are the wind chills here in the 2 o'clock hour. Now, the breeze is starting to settle down, but it still feels like 2 below here in Youngstown, and we're on either side of 0 by a few degrees in most of the region. The actual temperatures right now in the lower teens. We've snuck up to 12 in Youngstown. Some of the warmer spots have gotten to 14, 15 degrees this afternoon. So yeah, no doubt, it's really, really cold outside. Now tonight is going to be colder than last night, but not as much of a breeze as last night. So the wind chill, which I'll talk about in a few more details in just a second, probably similar to last night. Not much of a breeze, but the overall temperatures quite a bit colder tonight than last night. Nationwide today, well, this looks like just a classic winter temperature map here. Lots of deep reds, meaning cold colors up here in the upper Midwest up into New England. It's below 0 in much of Canada right now. It's pretty cool all the way down into parts of the deep south this afternoon. As far as the radar nationally, there's not a lot of barn burners. We're in kind of a lull. A lot of the action is out here in the west. They're going to get hammered with storminess over the next few days in California, heading up into the Pacific Northwest as well. Well, back here closer to home, our big story over the next 24 hours, the temperatures. We're going to dip below 0 in most spots tonight, and these are the projected wind chills at 1 o'clock in the morning, with just enough of a breeze that we could have wind chills down into the teens below 0. That's middle of the night tonight at 1 a.m. Now by daybreak tomorrow, 7, 8 a.m., with nearly calm winds, the wind chill won't be far from the temperature. So wind chills tomorrow morning, -5, -6. I would count probably on some 2-hour delays as we head into tomorrow morning with those types of numbers across the region. All right, as far as our next weather makers, let's skip forward to the weekend because tomorrow is a quiet day. Here's a look at Saturday afternoon. A front dropping in from the north. I think the best chance for snow with this will be up in upstate New York and parts of northwestern Pennsylvania. But even towards the end of the day here on Saturday, this is the GFS model. This model tries to sneak in a little bit of snow into parts of northeast Ohio and perhaps even a touch of sleet trying to mix in with this. Whatever happens, it's not going to be much late in the day Saturday. As we go into Saturday night and Sunday, this is where the forecast all along has been very tough. I'm still hearing from people, hey, is it true about Sunday? Hey, another storm heading our way Sunday? People are still, I don't know where they're hearing it, but they're still under the impression that there's going to be a snowstorm on Sunday. And we've never talked about that. We've talked about a storm, a precipitation event, but we've been talking now for a few days about how this is probably a mixed precipitation event, perhaps even rain. And with the new model runs today, I'm leaning more towards the rain idea than I am the snow. I can't rule anything out at this point, but I think odds are starting to tilt towards rain on Sunday. Here's Sunday morning. It's all going to depend on where this front decides to lay out. Sunday morning, it's probably up in like this. Anywhere south of it, your odds favor rain. Anywhere north of it, your odds favor snow. And then there's going to be a transitional zone, a battle zone, if you will, where there could be some freezing rain and some sleet. I can't rule any of these things out. But again, I'm starting to lean towards this being a mostly rain event, and the odds of snow are going down. Here's Sunday afternoon. The GFS model by Sunday evening shows that the front is almost over Lake Erie, and there could be some icing problems along the lakeshore, heading over towards Erie, southwestern New York. But if this were to be believed, it would be just a chilly rain here across the WFMJ viewing area. Now, all of this said, It's not going to take much of a shift in the storm track south to drag the front south, to drag the frozen precipitation south. This remains a difficult forecast. I'm telling you that I'm starting to lean towards rain, but I can't rule out that we're going to have an extended period of sleet and or freezing rain. I can't totally rule out that things sink far enough south that we get into some wet snow. I'm just telling you that right now I think our odds are tilting towards rain. But you're going to want to check the forecast often over the next couple of days, because this is another close call, kind of like we had last Sunday. We were much more confident heading into last Sunday's storm than this one. Of course, last Sunday's storm, things began to change a day beforehand. This one, again, right up to the last minute, we might have to keep a very close eye on it, because somewhere in northern Ohio, northwestern PA, southern Michigan, southwest New York, somewhere in here, there's going to be some problems with sleet and freezing rain. Not sure where yet, but I think that the highest odds of that will be along the lake shore, heading over towards Erie, and maybe towards, say, Jamestown, New York, over towards Toledo, Detroit. That's where I'm favoring the zone right now for some shenanigans with sleet and freezing rain. All right, moving on past Sunday. Whatever happens on Sunday, whether it's a mix of rain or whatever, the storm is going to push away on Monday. Be a fairly big snow event for New England. We're left with flurries, pretty good shot of cold air for the first half of next week. Let's skip ahead to the end of next week quickly, because another shot of Arctic air looks to be coming our way in about a week. This is next Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Another Arctic cold front shown on the GFS here, and this will usher in, it looks like, another pretty hefty shot of pretty cold air at the end of next week, with plenty of flurries and snow showers. I posted this map this morning on social media. Here's the latest 8 to 16 day temperature outlook. Brr. This covers the 13th through the 21st, so heading out a week from now into the following week, right in the middle of February, especially in New England, but even as far back as where we live, this is a cold-looking pattern for us. A lot of below normal temperatures. Doesn't mean every single day is going to be horribly cold. It doesn't mean every single day we'll have snow. May not be much snow at all, but the overall idea for that 8-day period is cold. That is today's weather for Weather Geeks. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate everyone who shows an interest in these videos, learns things from them, and I have a loyal following on my weather blog and on wfmj.com/weather. Those of you who like these videos, and if you know someone who's into the weather, kind of someone, maybe a younger person who's thinking about meteorology as a career, and you haven't clued them on to these, show them these videos. Maybe they'll get a kick out of seeing kind of some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, some of the stuff that we look at as we're making your forecast each and every day before we go on TV. All right, so thank you for watching once again. I'll see you right back here tomorrow afternoon.